Welcome back to another video. Today's review is focused on 2021 movie entitled The Sadness. And the official synopsis of The Sadness is a young couple trying to reunite amid a city ravaged by a plague that turns its victims into deranged, bloodthirsty sadists. And before I give up my review, please like the video, subscribe or comment, or just watch the video and keep going on with your day. The Sadness, without a shadow of a doubt, it was one of the most craziest movies that I've seen all of this year, with everything that happens and just transpires. I would say the first things that I enjoyed about this movie was the horror elements, the violence in here, as this movie just goes out of the ballpark when it comes with the horror and the violence, because so many people became t-shirts in here in some extremely graphic ways. It is not even funny. Like, yeah, there was a few times in here that I thought it was going a little bit too overboard, but at the same time though, it was bloodthirsty. Like, this virus just brought out the worst in people, and it just showed you how savage people can be in horrible situations. Like the subway station, that entire scene was just extremely graphic. Like the first kill of this movie was just extremely graphic, with that person becoming a t-shirt in a horrible, horrible way by that creepy old lady. Like, this movie was just crazy. Like, I couldn't believe what I was seeing with my own eyes, with these deranged people just doing that to these people. And they were also just sexual predators in a way as well too. Like, that just made the whole ordeal just 15 times worse. But the horror elements though, I think the directors, the producers did a good job with that. It was drawn right out of the ballpark with it. Like, this is what a horror movie is supposed to be like, with the violence. Another thing that I enjoyed about this movie were the performances, as I felt like all of the main characters, the actors, actresses gives out a good performance. Brent Zhu, Regina Lee, as Jim and Kat, the main characters of this movie, I felt like both of these characters give out a good performance with their characters, as it just starts off on a simple day with the two of them talking and Jim just taking Kat to work. They say their goodbyes, and after 15 minutes, both of their worlds become upside down. It turns upside down as the plague becomes a lot more serious, and more people are now becoming deranged animals, and they try to find a way to reunite with one another before it is far too late. And both of these characters, they go through the absolute most in this movie, as both of their situations are extremely awful with what they go through. Some worse than the others, but still awful. Like, those two, everyone in here goes through it. It is not funny. It is disturbing. It is just graphic, gruesome in many ways. When it came to all of the other performances with this movie, all of the performances to me, they were all pretty good. I did not have a bad time with them. Now the story I think the story is simple to understand, with the synopsis of the couple trying to find a way to reunite with each other before it is far too late, with this pandemic, this virus just going on and occurring. There was a few themes in here being talked about as well, with how the media tries to like twist things around, how people do not trust the media, how people suspect that this whole virus is fake because of the election upcoming. Like, it is like that in the real world as well, with the media, how not a lot of people trust it with everything that just gets told, and everything for good reason, of course. Like, that was briefly talked about. These characters trying to save themselves, trying to reunite with one another. That's definitely shown a lot is here as well. Like, this story just shows you how horrible people can be, and how certain situations can bring out the absolute worst in people when it comes to their actions, or when it comes to what they're dealing with and everything. But the story, to me, it was not bad. It was just okay. Now, when it comes to some things I did not like about this movie, I would say that some things I did not like about this movie, and this might be an unpopular opinion, was the sexual stuff when it came with these deranged psychopaths. Like them being bloodthirsty killers is understandable, but them just being just sexual predators, I did not like it too much. Like at times I was like, okay, but when they had just like full on just like sex scenes with one another, like an orgy party, you may say, that was just a little bit too much for me. Like I'm not trying to see all that. I'm trying to see killings. I don't need to see all the sexual predator kind of stuff. Like it's already bad enough that you killing them. But the fact that you have to assault them as well when they're dead, that just makes the whole ordeal just a lot worse. Another thing that I did not like about this movie was that I think the movie does a good job of just explaining how this virus affects people, but I don't think it really explains how these people catch it. Like, how are they able to like catch the virus? Like, how does it transform from one person to another? Like, I don't think the movie does a good job with just doing that, with just explaining how it like transfers from one person to another with this virus and everything else. I would say despite that though, I felt like The Sadness was a pretty gruesome movie from beginning to end. The main characters gives out a good performance. The horror, the violence in here is just crazy in good ways. And it was just a cool movie. And I would say my rating for The Sadness, it would probably have to be maybe 3.5 stars out of 5. So thank you for watching, and until next time, goodbye.